stuns. Maybe they get the right creeps for FNG, maybe not. We'll see.
I'm wondering how they're gonna make this happen though. I have a feeling, like my guts tell me right now, that Go Black tried the word, then he pushes out the wave a bit more.
Oh, this is
now
like
it's
perfect
just
timing.
a dodge. It's just gonna be a dodge.
Nah, it's close though. They get the enchant off, and now the Gale follows. This should be our first blood on Illidan, unless the turn on Dendi comes. It's not fast enough.
But for him, the lane just, I mean, for him, the game and the lane gets very crushed right now.
Everything gets crushed. Now I'll get clapped, Gale as well, and forced to orb deep and behind the tree line, but
they should not
the chase comes. They're gonna drop the tombstone to clear the trees. With that, the trees being cleared out,
it was the right move to do. I didn't think about the tombstone drop to destroy the trees.
Meanwhile, the Raven advantage of that. Dropping down the wards, they have already the level 2 wards, the key level 3 wards coming soon. I think they'll just keep on going here, Hani.
And then he's pressing middle at the same time, so...
Zombies coming out now. Phonic, he's got tombstone, but can't cast it just yet. He will end up going down without getting off. Maybe that's the turn that MBMI need. Now they chase for Havost on the Razor. Without the support of the Undying, their lineup's not nearly as beefy.
You want to be active and aggressive, and to be that, to make sure that opponent doesn't farm, is you're going to spend a lot of time on just walking around, but Midas lets you do that.
This is bad timing for Havost, because they're going to leap in on him. He will start to steal some damage. He doesn't have the mech yet, but the Mystic Flare just eviscerates him. Now the turn may come as Phonic rotates in. He'll drop the Tombstone. Chain Frost bouncing pretty nicely against Navi. Bringing FNG low. He'll manage to heal through this. Phonic is duking it out with the entirety of the brew split, and I think he might be winning this fight with the zombies stacking up. They're probably losing their Panda. The Earth Panda's going to fall. Fire Panda nearly down. Don't kill off DK Phobos in time, and he will end up blinking out to save team. And they've purchased the mech for Havost, but it has to be delivered still. And VMI making their way down. Chain Frost has cooldown. It was pretty big in the last fight. I'm wondering if they'll have a similarly good one again. Wolves working on the tower, but the puck blinks in. Silencing Phonic, trying to focus him down. The Mystic Flare's there. Phonic, don't get off too many spells. The Brew Split comes out. He will end up going down. No Tombstone for this one. And now it all falls apart for Navi. 3 heroes dead. The Lip's the only trade, and Dendi, he'll be forced to head top whether he likes it or not.
His own thing. Like, the reason Lycan is so strong is because if you want to punish a team and Lycan is not there, but Lycan is pushing another wave. Alright,
we'll have to hold that. DK Phobos jumping in. They do get the Tombstone off this time around. This could be a much better fight for Navi. Chain Frost bounces in though. Onto Vangscourt, now back and forth. It still keeps on going as Havost chases forward, looking for someone to pick off, but he's been controlled by the Drow Ranger, finished off by Illidan. Who's focusing this Drow? They have to do something to address him, and they don't. They end up losing 3. Dendi, the lone survivor who can dish out much damage at this point, as Phonic just can't really get in range of anyone. He'll go back into the pit.
That's why I actually disagree. I really disagree with the skill build of Phonic here. He goes for the Soul Rip, but the important part of Soul Rip is the last level.
Yeah.
You have 6 seconds cooldown and you choose to leave it at level 3.
Oh man, they are chunking MVMI now. With no Brewmaster split, they're forced deep off the fight. Illidan continuing to retreat out. He'll push them all back. Nicely done, but still Dendi looks to run him down. Will overrun that Drow, and now Scandal also scatters. Godblack still being pursued by Dendi. 1 or 2 more right clicks will do him in, but he stops to summon the Wolves, and this will cause his ultimate to end. Ends up not getting the kill. Now coiled and controlled inside the Dire base. He'll end up going down to a clap. Pretty costly. Pretty cloudy, to be honest. Wait for Godblack though. He's got Chain Frost. And Navi are clumping up a bit in the pit. Phonic sitting off to the left and a little bit farther out.
They don't have to do ulti.
They're orbing in. They're jumping in with the silence. Phobos is jumping in as well. Havost, from a long range comes the Chain Frost. It bounces directly between all of Navi in the pit. Oh, this is not looking good. They instantly lose 2. It even bounces back to Dendi, then from his Wolves forward again. FNG trying to run up the ramp. Will get finished off by Scandal. They've already lost 3. The Scarlet Mage Jolt was there. And they'll finish off 4. It's an absolute beatdown in the pit. They're gonna lose Phonic most likely, unless he can do enough with the Soul Rip and the decay damage. But he gets silenced. He can't cast any spells. A clap, no mana for it. He'll be nuked a bit and forced off the fight. Roche sitting very low, but not dead as of yet. And then they Gale, and they turn this with the Poison Nova, which TP. TP. That's all it takes. Godblack though will end up going down for this. They can't get another kill.
I had to look at the Skywrath in that fight. He was like,
Zombies are really strong, and they're starting to hit the stage of the game where they don't do as much, but Well, I guess the mid game has been extended, even the early game, by the amount of aggression. And in the end, Navi will take the Aegis. Just seconds late on the jump in is the Brew. Now he arrives, but Havos got the Aegis already, and he begins to steal damage. Scandal trying to focus him down. Havos, already having used his mech, has to stand and fight. The Scar's Mage Ult is there, but he gets pushed back a little bit too late. They can't finish him off. Illidan thinks about jumping into this pit. Havos trying to fight. Can they kill off the Brew in time before he reforms? They will. And now they force Envy. We see it a lot on Death Prophets, and obviously it's going to hurt for other reasons, but that is one of the big stoppers. Well, Tombstone drops, and now they charge in onto Illidan. He gets surrounded, he'll Manta, and then continue his retreat out as they try to Chain Frost and turn this one. Illidan, though, can't do much against the BKB Wolf. He's just being ignored. Dendi's focusing on his supports, but now with the BKB wearing off, Dendi starts to drop pretty low here, and Scandal blinks it. He coils on 2. DK Phobos still standing through this. They're going to lose 2 more. Navi have overextended. Dendi will be forced off the fight. Everyone from Navi has to retreat. Phobos.
The choice of playing the aggression with not losing much.
Oh, Phonic. He touches away from the Mystic Flare. Was coiled and controlled by Scandal, but now the turn as Bankscore blinks in. Gale's onto Illidan. Chain Frost is going to bounce real quickly between these two. Nearly finishing off Phonic. Lil will bring him down. Bankscore drop low. Koblek in heavy pursuit, but FNG turns against him. Starts splashing the Imps, and one more would finish him off. He tries to go back to the well, and it looks like he'll barely make it out. Meanwhile, the Brew split and jumps onto the Enchantress of FNG, trying to immolate him down. Bankscore will join this, but Bankscore's the easier kill because there's no untouchable. Will they finish him off? They do end up getting the kill. They get 2. NVMI looks like they might be taking this one as Bankscore actually runs back in to try and assist with Dendi, but this means Dendi has to, in the end, just so he can go in and soak up damage and then come back and jump the Tombstone. Well, they jump in on Havos, immediately dropping low. He will mech and then be Soul Rep. This keeps him alive for a time as they focus down the Tombstone with Illidan's fresh BKB. Oh, he's strong right now. Chain Frost to bounce it between Dendi and Bankscore. Phonic off to the south, tries to make his retreat. He'll go for a TP out. This Chain Frost continues to bounce and cause problems for Navi. And Havos on round 2 of his life, has he stolen enough damage? Doesn't look like it. The Drow Ranger continues to kite him, continues to deal with him, and with the Frost Armor from the lid, he can now blink, clap again as Dendi BKBs and runs north. The Drow just standing her ground against this Lycan, who's busy hitting illusions, now finds the real hero, and is finally locked onto Illidan with the Tombstone assisting him. Might be able to kill the Drow off, but the Chain Frost bounces again. It's between the entirety of the Navi squad, and the Brew ult continues to go. They'll buy back on the Drow. They're gonna lose 1. The Enchantress 2, the Undying dropping as well, and Havos chases onwards. Now a secondary split. It's a refresher for the Brew, and that's too much for Havos. He just can't take it anymore. The lone survivor is gonna be Bankscore on his Venom. Oh my. Already the refresher's about to cool down. Very little. There is a Yule Scepter. Just want to point that out. But TPs away are going to be less relevant here as it's Navi forcing the high ground. Dendi gets caught up by Blink Clap. Will immediately BKB. Tries to turn. FNG quickly dropped by the Scar's Mage Ult. And, well, the Razor damage that was being stolen no longer is any being taken away. And now they start to work on the boat. He doesn't have a BKB, and the Tombstone's drop. Just ignoring it. No, Illidan will clean that one up as they focus a host down. The Razor will quickly fall. And it's time to go back to the base for now. Well, honey, do you have a money machine that you can give to Navi? Barring that, they're in trouble. The push just gets jumped on, instantly dealt with by the Scar's Mage Ult, and now the push up. This might be it. Boulder toss. Onto the Venomancer, will blink to disjoint that one, but now they surround FNG. Well, simultaneously, Skydal's gonna control Dendi, keep him out of this fight, so the Drow Ranger can do her work. And they'll start backing off to deal with the Wolves, actually a little bit out of position as they begin to static link the Brew aspect. DK Phobos has to back off, but he's got a secondary split to throw out, and he'll do it now. And he'll chase forward again. Havos is fought back. If he dies again, I just don't know where their damage is going to come from. They haven't finished him off yet, though, and the Drow is starting to drop pretty low. She is not going to be strong without her teammates. Illidan going to go down once. I think this is a double death for him. And the Brew split's busy diving him post in the base. Clap. Oh, just gets him barely. Meanwhile, Illidan trying to fight Dendi, but Dendi's BKB is enough to keep him alive for a while. Scandal finally kills him off. Illidan still standing strong. He's life-stealing his way out of this one. One more decay brings him down. Will Scandal end up getting this kill? It looks like he will. Phonic will fall as well. 4 heroes dead. It's a buyback now on the Lycan throw.
What is happening in this game? Cast. Players just sit there waiting.
Yeah, I can imagine they were frustrated as well, but here comes the big fight. Illidan, BKBs, stands and delivers against Funnick, and he'll quickly bring down the Undying. Yep, he'll fall. The trade's there though, Illidan's surrounded. He'll cheese up and try to retreat out, but the Razor's stuck onto him real good. And there's no backup. Where's that friggin' Brewmaster? He's now joining the fight, but Godblack, in the meantime, is off in no man's land. And they will lose their Drow Ranger for this. And without the Drow...
Don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill the panda! Oh my god, don't kill it.
Oh, but when Panda's on the retreat out, they might kill it even
it.
if they don't want to. Yes, they do! The Razor ultimate kills him, so he'll be able to blink out and retreat. And now he Shivas just to slow down Havost here.
They know what's happening.
Clap is there to start it off, and Havost is in the front lines with the BKB. He feels confident to go in onto Illidan, but I don't know if he has the damage even with the static link. Well, finally, he's stolen enough that Illidan gets run over. Will end up dropping. They have no Drow Ranger for this engagement. Havost just gets his head lopped off by a Chain Frost of all things. They needed the Chain Frost to end him. Godlike puts him out of his misery. Meanwhile, Vankskor blinks north. They've lost 3. They buy back on the Drow. They're going to lose more here. The Metamancer's about to drop. That's 4 dead. But you could see, I mean, even with the items that the Drow had. Oh man,
I think it only gets this funny because this game is like kind of like
ridiculous.
Pretty much. BKB up on dendi, BKB up on dendi, BKB up on dendi, BKB up on dendi. Oh, that's a buyback. Alright. He just wanted to waste time.
Yeah, he wasted a few seconds, but NVMI, they'll force Navi out of the game show Dota 2 League. This is it. They had a nice run in the playoffs, but NVMI, for today, are your CIS champions. And they'll kill Dendi on one more time. Congratulations to them. They'll take the lion's share of the prize money. I believe it's around $25,000, so plus full travel support. So not too shabby for a 3 days trip. Oh man,
congrats.
what a
I think isn't it like
game.
isn't that first winner of Godblack on that LAN?
Has he ever won a LAN before?
I think he's just like us.